Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the King Cups 2 Southeast Asia. You're here with all of us. Me, Xyclopzz, Tsunami Nori, Jenkins,
You don't remember my name?
Danelie.
Why did you pause? You forgot who I was?
No. I was like, I need to be sure, you know. I might call you a princess or something, you know.
We you're the princess.
Actually, you know, he was
Yesterday.
yesterday's princess.
All right.
Why are we having Cyclops do the intro?
You need to
He
explain
didn't remember my name.
You need to explain this.
Didn't remember your name.
No. I
Explain the
remember all of
Actually, no, he even almost got Tsunami's name wrong.
No, so he said Tsunami Nori. And
Yeah.
I know that that's someone, because apparently many people have mistaken me for someone who once leaked the Dota 2 beta, who was also called Tsunami something, and I think it was this Tsunami Nori character.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that was you
so
that leaked the
I
Dota
didn't
2
do
beta?
it, but a lot of
It
people
was
think I
him.
did.
Wait, you are just Tsunami.
I'm just Tsunami.
You didn't.
I am sorry.
So did you actually
I-
think I was Tsunami Nori?
Yes,
Okay,
all the
no.
time since day one.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
Not me.
No?
Common misconception.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's good. I'm glad I could clarify this on air.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Man, that's your chance. Congrats,
It's
man.
been an absolute pleasure.
All right.
Congrats for what?
For absolving
Yes,
myself, because a lot of
it's actually
people,
a big thing here.
yeah, a lot of people were like, "Oh my God, this dude leaked the beta," and they're like, and then I was like, "That's not me," and they were
Yeah.
like, "Dude, Valve is never gonna give this guy. It's not me, please, no."
All right, that's it. We are in game number 2, and right now the current score is Clutch Gamer 1, Lotac 0 in the base of 2 games. Well, we are in the draft already. What do you guys think about this game? Anything Lotac could improve?
Probably
just-
give or hire a better hero first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think
A
That's
much
good
more
point.
stable
I mean,
offlane.
if you're gonna last pick it too, you wanna pick something that's good. You know.
You think Profit is worth the respect ban at this point, or not yet?
Yeah, looks like it.
Oh, okay.
There
Well
you
then,
go.
yeah.
You're
They
right. You knew.
They don't like
I didn't think it was gonna be a
trees.
first phase respect ban. That's quite a bit.
It at the very least, it seems like a sort of style that they're very comfortable with, and it's like, all right, you guys
Yeah.
have played with this Heroes of 5. You're getting all of these wards down. Let's say you don't play with this. Like, let's see how you play without this vision.
Okay.
You know, because at this point, it might be a crutch for clutch.
Mm.
Nobody.
I mean, we
was-
acknowledge
that-
it.
that-
I'm not giving you anything more than like, oh,
Well,
yes.
come on, come on.
He said
That
he
should be
said a
the-
thing.
He was like, okay, here's a highlight for today. And then everyone was like,
This one's going
Yeah,
on
put-
right.
Put that on the reel. We'll see you in day 2. We'll watch it again.
Now this is gonna be on the reel.
Probably.
Oh, this is getting weird.
like, well,
Reception. Okay. Yeah.
seems to be, oh, Nature Prophet ban.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Cyclops. We,
Someone's a bit. I think he left his internet back in C. He's got like 500 ping here.
He's jet lagged. Okay.
He's jet
He's
lagged.
I'm expecting some variety of either Pugna, Necro.
I want to
Undying's
see
already
something
banned.
new. Anything new.
Nick
Maybe
Assassin
Ember
could
Spirit.
happen.
Look, if
Ember
Necro gets
Spirit.
picked, it's probably gonna have to be a Nyx in this game.
Yeah.
I don't know if that hero is that good, man.
Oh, okay. No Necro. Someone has to
Okay.
come up with a different first
There's
pick.
no
Unless
Nyx
if it's
either.
Pugna. It could be Pugna.
Oh my
No,
god!
it's a
if it's
Weaver.
Pugna,
It's a
then there's a
Weaver that's
Nyx
banned.
incoming.
There you go.
Oh, I thought they weren't
Okay,
gonna pick
yeah.
it. No, I was hoping that they were mainly picking it just because of Necro, but I guess we're never gonna get rid of the bug.
And now that means that Pugna probably can't be picked first or clutch.
It's a deny pick for sure. There's there's no Weaver. Is there a Shaker banned?
I mean,
or
Weaver
Shaker
would be
is
Yeah,
banned into
Shaker
Nyx
is
anyway.
banned.
I don't know what you pick when all these heroes are banned. These are the ones you
Yeah, I
pick.
know. This is all I've known. I have to look at previous matches. What are other
Oh,
first?
Just look at
Ogre?
Dota buff.
Does SEA pick Ogre?
They
'Cause-
do
okay.
occasionally.
This is like definitely a an ogre pick. You could do like Lich plus TB.
Lich. That's not a first phase.
Lich
in
is
this
not
region.
really-
Morphling. How about Morphling? That hero's
Once
like
again,
really
What?
good in every single game that we've seen it.
Tiny.
You mean like
becoming a
Clutch
mainstream
just
carry
picking
now.
up the Morphling first phase?
Yeah. Pick it up again. Just get morph plus one. Morph ogre. I don't know. You could run the ogre as an offlane. Run
We
the ogre
haven't
as a
seen
safe lane.
Ogre yet.
Morph
Not
Tiny.
even one
we
game.
haven't. No, but there's been this like necro undying stuff in every game, so it's hard to tell what they're gonna pick with. I mean, they don't even know
Dude,
apparently.
Reserve time on pick
Like,
one. Hell yeah.
what-
Yeah.
What do you?
Oh,
Okay.
Mirana. Maybe come up with combo Shadow Demon.
Bane?
I think Clutch, they give it this alacrity on day 1. so this isn't totally out of their box.
Oh yeah, they did play Mirana yesterday.
Mirana feels pretty good right now in pubs.
They
Like,
played it in that Void game against the Void.
They played pretty well as well.
oh yeah, that was really nice actually. He was doing some really insane stuff.
And
Go back
going
to
back
Tiny.
for Tiny, yeah.
It's good setup for the arrow. It's decent setup for the arrow.
Yeah.
Versatile draft as well. They could put the Tiny anywhere.
Yeah, Mirana too. It's nice to first phase heroes like this because you're not necessarily committing yourself to anything. Although we did see Alacrity.
Yeah,
play
I'm
the
putting my
Mirana.
money on Alacrity, and the Tiny we don't know because KYX has played it, and now
Alacrity.
as well.
10 seconds to go.
It's funny that Tiny is in the state where we rarely see him as an offlaner now, even though in the last
Yeah.
few patches that was his most common place.
Radiance ban.
Lena once again.
Okay.
Mm.
So both the mid lanes basically shown now. I mean, I
I-
guess Mirana nor Tiny
Yeah.
necessarily have to, but chances are it's going to be one or two of them.
I mean, you could really screw this draft for Lotac if you're clutch and you just put the Mirana into one of the side lanes and
Yeah.
then put something that like destroys Lena mid, or maybe even just pick like a Broodmother or something like that. Completely
I would love to
annihilate.
see that.
That would not be a happy days for Lena, that's for sure.
5
It's
seconds.
an impossible matchup.
The only difference is that it depends on who's going mid for clutch. Because I want to say they actually did pretty well on the Lena last game. Now that there's no Nature Prophet ganks,
Yeah.
you know, how well is that Lena going to do in lane?
Well, will we get to see some strange hero coming out from the Ohio once again? Maybe a Beastmaster or some hero
Man.
that is out of meta, but he still comes
Beastmaster
mid?
is one of like Ohio's old iconic heroes.
I think Beast is underrated. He didn't get nerfed that badly.
Why did he fall off?
Because they nerfed his axes, so they cost like way more mana.
Oh,
basically.
that's right. Yeah.
I think they reduced the damage on some of his talents too. They just took some time. It's not that huge of changes. Like he still
No.
does what he does. He roars you, he gets one axe stack on you, does 1,000,000 damage.
I mean, even before leveling up axes became so popular, like, I guess you need more points for the board to become more relevant. It used to be like a level 1 board was very, very intimidating. But
Yeah.
still, the presence of having like another unit to be very irritating that you need to target immediately. That's
Yeah.
why Nature's Prophet is so good.
Maybe we're gonna go back to the meta where we actually see people leveling the boar.
Yeah.
Because that was obnoxious
I
to
know.
deal with in lane.
Boar plus Inner Beast
It was
is like,
so annoying.
and if you leave your lane for like 1 second, he's gonna push down your entire tower.
I guess the issue on it is now that the boar is such a long cooldown that like you use it, and if it dies, you just
Yeah.
have no boar for so long.
And everyone knows to now go for it
Yeah.
immediately.
10
Exactly,
seconds
so.
to go.
Anyway,
Okay.
we'll see.
For Team Lotac, the most play heroes is Tiny with 13 games, but you know the Tiny of Lotac is only around 31% win rate.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Wow, Lotac's looking hot.
yeah.
Lotac's targeting mid still. They're banning out TA and Brood.
So they think it's not going to
Yeah.
be a mid Mirana.
I think
or
that's
Tiny.
very reasonable.
Unless
reasonable,
no,
but-
unless they're trying to force that Mirana or Tiny matchup.
I think that's kind of definitely what they're trying to do.
And you know what? For Team Clutch gamers, they played 3 games of Mirana in the last month, and it was 100% win rate.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But who did they play against? That's also the other
I-
question.
I don't know. I only have to.
You're
I
Great-
think you can
great
click on it
stats,
and
man.
it would tell you like
they
the
did
games.
5-man matchmaking and they won 3 times.
Unranked.
Yeah, exactly.
South African servers.
It should be well, where have they been? Maybe in some Kuala Lumpur qualifiers.
Okay, that's
Oh, wait,
legitimate.
really?
Mm.
Do you know
I'll
who
give
they
them
played
credit.
against?
I can't remember. They
10
were in a
seconds to go.
group stage qualifiers. They qualified from the open.
5 seconds.
Oh, okay. Open qualifiers.
Did they win? Are they going to Kuala Lumpur?
No, they
Who won?
they
Fnatic?
failed in the group stage. In the main qualifiers.
Who won that? Was it Fnatic?
Fnatic.
Probably Fnatic.
Yeah, Fnatic.
There's no direct invites anymore, right? So
Yeah.
Right.
so definitely be Fnatic. They're big boys.
Radiance pick.
I mean, they don't really need to go anywhere now.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Spartan played Dazzle in the first day also.
Like
Wait,
they played
was
really.
it Spartan? Or was it someone else?
I don't remember, but we're gonna
but they-
probably see the dank combo of Terrorblade Dazzle come out here
yeah.
in one
For
moment.
clutch?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, I'm looking forward to the Dazzle because they played it great yesterday. Like laning phase, he was just like there
10
consistently
seconds.
Yeah,
harassing.
he was owning. What was it? Was that clutch?
5
No, it
seconds.
wasn't
I remember the
Clutch,
Dazzle
because-
losing.
yeah,
Oh
the
no no
Dazzle
no! It
lost.
was Admiral, wasn't it?
Yes, it
Admiral.
was. And the
Okay.
He owned
Dazzle-
the laning phase and then fed
and then
for the rest of
just
the game.
Graved, which would just stall out for 5 seconds before the target died anyway.
Dyer's pick.
And you know that Clutch Gamer only lost 2 games in this patch in a competitive scene. 2 games
Wow.
only. Yeah, the latest patch.
If you're talking 7.19D, they haven't lost.
They're
any
100%
games.
win
100%
rates.
win rate.
Wyvern's a bit of a finicky pick here. If it's Cormorana, you'd love Wyverns. You love Wyverns. Cold Embrace, easy arrow setup.
Oh,
10
hell yeah.
seconds to
Tiny
go.
too.
Yeah, tiny too.
However, it's very good against a Dazzle
5
because you just
seconds.
use ult on him and he'll die 100% of the time.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
worth it because otherwise he's gonna grave people. So it's a pretty nice pick.
Dazzles usually stay so far back, though. I'm surprised like there isn't even that much physical damage that they're going to be able to mitigate. Mirana is going to be mostly magic. Tiny's going to be mostly magic. They'll finish targets with physical, but I'm pretty sure your targets will get bursted down before Cold
I
Embrace
guess
can
it's
be
just like
useful.
what other 5 roles are there available? You know.
They're probably just after the
Silencer.
anti team fight. You know, you got to be careful of the Splinter Blast, and then, you know, ultimate's always going to be a threat, always.
Yeah.
Radiant's pick.
It's nice to have some team fight in 5 role support just because then you don't have to worry about it with the other roles.
Mm.
Wyvern's pretty cool as well for disengaging a bat. Like you see him try to lasso someone. If you can get the ult off,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
stuck
Didn't,
there.
didn't we see that yesterday?
Yeah, we did.
Yes.
Yeah,
It
that
was
was that was
counter-initiated
that was
every single time.
really really nice. He
But
wasn't
the
even.
Wyvern's team lost.
It was still nice. It's
Yeah.
that was like a big reason. That was like the
10
comeback game,
seconds
right?
to
Yeah.
go.
That was a big reason that they were actually doing well in that game was because the bat initiations kept getting screwed. He wasn't even killing the bat with the Wyvern.
The Winter
No, it
Curse.
was just a cancel
yeah.
Yeah, it
lasso
was just to
pretty much.
cancel it. It was so good.
Fun fact about this Bat Rider, you know, if you go to the China major scene or maybe tier 3, tier 2, you want to go into a team, you say, hey man, I'm here, I want to join a team, I want to be an off-laner. The first hero that they will test you is to give you the Bat Rider. Okay,
Really?
play Bat Rider. Yeah, this is more like a very common testing hero for the Chinese to bring players in. Yeah, if from what I heard, it's Bat Rider and Sand King.
On Sand King.
Yeah.
Sand King may be a bit outdated. Slark is
Lo-
very outdated.
Speaking of outdated.
Yes.
No, it-
Interesting choice for Lotac. This is not too bad of a slot game though.
It's not. Yeah, it's great against bat. If you chunk somebody who gets graved, you
Yeah.
get so much stacks of the stats.
Yeah.
And
If-
then the Mirana, she can't leap if she's pounced. Like this is actually a perfect Slark game.
As long as the Slark is on point, he can always
10 seconds to
detect
go.
when he's going to get ganked.
Yeah, for
He
sure.
can always just purge everything off himself.
5 seconds.
Yeah, this is actually such a good Slark game. They do have a pick though to counter the Slark. Like I feel like you have to ban Bloodseeker.
Laning phase
Yeah,
is going to be
Bloodseeker
so
ban.
important for Lotac though. So important for the Slark.
Yeah, this hero feeds in the lane most of the time.
Radiant's
I mean, he's a
banned.
fish. You
Bro.
need to feed him.
What was that ban? Oh, brew. Fish food. He does need to be fed. I mean, I feel like you have to ban Bloodseeker. right
Yeah.
now.
I mean, unless the clutch gamers don't play it, but
Like-
like Nico Baby's shown quite a bit of versatility.
If they pick up the Bloodseeker, how's the lineup look to you guys
10
for
seconds
clutch?
to go.
Because maybe they want them to pick Bloodseeker.
Radiant's pick.
I think one position Bloodseeker's fine. Mid Alacrity Mirana, off lane. 4 position Tiny Bat Rider, off lane.
They banned it. There's no way you
Oh, okay.
leave it in. It's so good. They would have toss, toss,
Oh,
rupture,
yeah.
lasso, rupture. It would be
They
so
don't
good.
have the epic combo. I think it was it last year, year before? The
Hook
Fnatic. They
rupture?
had
10
the
seconds to go.
Rupture, Tusk,
Oh,
Punch.
Aghanim's
Oh
kick.
my
Oh, yeah.
god.
That was a
You kicked them away
fantastic
and then hooked them.
series. That was fun.
Yeah.
I still remember it. I can't forget that series. So good.
God,
Could still do Morphling. I think Morphling's pretty good against Slark. The burst damage is so fast, and there's nothing that he can Dark Pact off.
But you can keep hitting the Morph stat morphing, and you'll get so many stacks. Like Slark is usually considered to be a counter to Morph just because of that. Even though you won't maybe necessarily kill him, you'll get so much from hitting him.
I don't know. I think I'd feel confident in Nico Baby's Morphling.
He's
I
definitely
kinda agree with the Jenkins that because I have seen so many games Morphling getting countered by Slark a lot.
Dyer's pick.
Yeah.
And Omni Knight.
well.
Okay.
Look at that. God, I haven't seen that hero in so long. I mean, you could just Razor that would completely annihilate either of these two side lanes. Even if
Yeah.
you dodged with Slark, you would just be dealing with what's the another Razor-like hero? There's Razor's like Monkey King. You could Monkey King as well.
10
Ursa.
seconds to go.
Yeah, Ursa. The classic lane against a melee hero. And
Yeah.
completely
Don't
zone
touch
them
me.
out. Yeah.
Mm.
Ursa's good. I would say I would be leaning mostly towards Razor, but it's not a good hero, so I feel like Monkey King is probably the more acceptable.
I
but
love your justification. The hero's not good.
It's not good. I mean, that's going to be a consideration. At least it'll be like a feeling for the players of just like,
They might not even like playing it. A lot of the times, the players hate playing Razor.
yeah. A lot of drafting is actually based on just feeling and like
It's
it
kind of
just
hard
felt like
to
it's a
play
good
too. That Razor, he's not like when you play Razor. It's all about the timing that you get into a team fight. You don't want just run into a team fight first or get hit and gone.
Okay,
And
they did go with the Morph.
Back to the Morphling.
It's very good against Omni. You steal the heal, you steal the
Or you just
Repel.
The
repel
repel.
yourself and then go back to Morphling.
yeah. It's very very good. Picking it into a Slark though, that's the only issue. We,
No,
we
I
saw the
thought Danelie was right. I have faith in Nico Babies. Plus, it's the way to get out of Pounce. So Slark can never solo target your carry, which is so freeing for like your Tiny and Mirana that are like, don't gotta babysit my carry all the time. He can handle himself.
All right.
I would say that Clutch probably wins this one just because Omni and Slark are terrible heroes. Like the numbers just aren't good on their spells. To be completely frank.
This is yet another game where Ohio is given a 10th or whatever final pick on his team, and it seems to be
10
suboptimal.
seconds to go.
Yeah. You mean Nico baby?
5
Well,
seconds.
Ohio had Leshrac as the final pick on his team, and it seemed like a comfort pick for him.
Right.
Omni Knight is a non-meta pick, so I imagine it has
Oh,
to be
okay.
a comfort pick
Sorry,
for him.
you're saying Ohio, right?
Right. And so,
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, maybe Raven asked for it because he's like, if I'm playing Slark, then I need someone to buff
Back
me
up.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
But-
talked to Demon in the NA region, and he was saying
Mhm.
like when you're picking in a draft, you need to pick for your comfort, and then but also consider the meta, like it's a balance.
Right.
I feel like this is completely comfort.
Yeah, exactly.
And
this
on
is-
meta.
It's completely off meta.
Whereas
yeah.
even Leshrac felt a little bit more meta, but
Yeah.
this is out of the box
This
for
is
sure.
completely out of the box. Concerning.
So again, down to laning stage. Honestly, Nico Baby's just gonna have an easy time again in lane. I don't think he's gonna struggle at all versus an Omni Knight.
No.
I'm not sure how how the Omni Morphling matchup is. I feel like you could burst the morph with the heal.
But he has a
look, come
Dazzle
on,
on
it-
his team.
Come on, this is Nico.
He's laning with the Dazzle, rather.
We've seen him play Morphling a few times already, and he has that hero down to the T.
Yeah.
I don't think he
definitely
would
wa-
make a mistake like that.
Because even so, to be effective with the heal, that means that you can't be putting too many points in Dija and Aura because you need more points in Purification. And while the AOE is pretty good, you're dealing with two ranged support or two ranged heroes. It's gonna be Morphling ranged and Dazzle ranged. So being able to even like walk up close and not have to spend Purification to heal yourself.
Hey though, he's got a Nyx with him.
Oh yeah.
Look out for that Nyx.
Yes.
Very effective.
Yeah.
All right. We are in the game already. Game 2. Clutch Game versus Lotac. Well, no chance for mistake for Team Lotac on this one.
And what do we do now, Cyclops?
Intro, of course.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, I'm just gonna start with Yamate on Winter Wyvern.
Ohio on the Omni Knight.
OU on the Nyx Assassin.
Raven playing on Leslar.
Shiyon on the Lina.
SSA Spartan on the Dazzle.
Nico Baby on the morph.
We have Alacrity on the Marana.
KYXY on Tiny.
And Skylark on the Bat Rider.
Wait, right from the side, isn't it? 3 of Team Lotac just appears on top lane, reveal themselves actually.
Aggressive tri-lane in the Morphling lane?
I
Or is
think
this
they
just warding
I think
missions?
it's just for level 1
and bounty runes.
bounties. Yeah. I mean, you have a Slark. You don't really want to go to that bounty. He's useless.
Yeah, and Slark cannot solo.
Meanwhile, at the bottom lane, Clutch Gamer moving further inside to secure this bottom body rune too.
They dedicated 3 heroes up here, and they are not going to be able to even get the rune.
Are they not going to get the rune up top?
I mean, Nico Baby can wait for. Oh no, he already took attribute shift. Okay, fine, we'll get that one. That's
That
2
is
for 2.
2 for 2, yep.
Because Spartan. Oh wait, who got the? Oh, Yamate got that one. Okay, never mind.
Trying
So
to block Yamatan from walking away, but he's quite fast. 313. Yeah, he's gonna be fine.
And goes
teleport
for the
back
TP.
to the top. So in the middle lane we have Lina versus Alacrity, Mirana. What do you guys think about this matchup? We would be 50-50.
Yeah, it's pretty
Or-
50-50.
Someone's gonna kill somebody,
Yeah.
and then it's not gonna be 50-50.
Depends on the how good is the arrow or the timing of the light strike array.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Bottom lane, interesting.
I like this. I like that they sent the Nyx bot because that lane is a Slark, so you're probably gonna lose anyway. Like you may as well just sack that lane, send the Wyvern top, and actually have a really strong lane up here because the Omni's the hero who's gonna do stuff in the mid game.
But then Bat Rider's gonna get more than he would against a Wyvern Slark lane.
I think that's okay though, because you're against a Slark anyway, so you know like you're not gonna destroy the bat. You'll just do fine. Slark will do fine with the Nyx too.
Yeah, seems okay. Even though they were soaked with the sticky napalm. I hate that one. I feels like I'm living in an island, very hot island. That's only palm tree.
And you're
Kinda
just sweating
sticky.
all the time?
Yes.
That humidity.
You guys been to Florida?
No.
Is it?
But so I live in Houston, and it's like right on the top lane,
Oh,
Ohio.
almost dead. It's Ohio. I bet he's a little bit offside.
Oh dear.
And now his buddy is also having a hard time getting harassed by SS Spartan.
I really hope that this off lane is not going to be the same situation like last game, because if he keeps dying again to Nico, we already saw what Nico does with good farm.
Yeah.
Ohio. Oh, turns on Yamate. Here comes the Arctic Burn trying to harass. Maybe trying to kill too because the Splinter Blast already comes out. Nico
So
baby
aggressive.
just missed his waveform though. Ohio walking away and Spartan dropping quite low to change the target into Yamate. Only few hits away. He trying to, hey man, help me a little bit. Ohio, no, you're on your own. Actually heal him just once. And Yamate got away with only around 50 HP.
It's unfortunate that so Spartan targeted the poison touch on Ohio, and Ohio walked away, so the the spread of the poison touch didn't connect on Wyvern. But if poison touch was on Wyvern, she was definitely dead.
I am looking at the middle lane. Alacrity going super aggressive against Lina. Almost get the kill.
Still pretty even. 14-4 for Mirana, 13-2 for Lina.
Light side grade just gonna connect. Maybe it's time for Chiyuan. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just trying to harass, it seems.
How many patches do you guys think it'll be until mid lane is no longer just like the battle of the salves? Every single game.
Dude, it used to be bottle crowing. That was
It's
even
true.
worse.
Yeah,
At least
that
now
was-
you have to spend money.
Oh, and Yamate unfortunately going down in the top lane again.
I think he
Yeah.
suicided?
No, he
Also-
died. It was to the Dire, not to
Yeah.
the...
Went off.
Yeah, he suicided.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
You
that's
do
died
right.
that
right
even
here.
at 3 minutes
yeah,
in?
he died right
Yeah, yeah.
here
Otherwise, he would have.
in the lane.
Somebody would have been.
Now he's back. Doesn't matter because
Spartan's
Yamate
taking
is
quite a
back
bit of
with the
damage.
Arctic Burn. It's a Spartan. One hit away,
Oh, I
but
don't know
getting
about
into
diving.
deep. Ohio maybe trying to heal himself, but before he do that, he died.
What? He did
Yamate, I'm not sure how Nico Baby died on that. It was nothing.
Did he accidentally shift?
No, he just did not shift. He's been full agi. And then
Now gank in the middle. Chi-Yuan in danger. Pause. And then team up with the Starfall. It's just enough damage to finish him off. And Chi-Yuan gone.
So
What?
Nico Baby dying definitely sucks, but Ohio didn't get any of that. It was all to the Wyvern. And I'm much more scared of an Omni Knight getting farmed than I am of a Wyvern getting farmed.
Well, Yamate used to play carry.
It's
He
true,
might switch
actually,
himself. He might switch himself in
Dude,
the
I
middle
could
of the game.
totally
to
go for
become-
core Wyvern.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
I have seen 4-row wyverns go for like ether lens and kind of take up the farming.
Oh,
role.
yeah?
Yeah, it's more of an NA thing, but
Yeah,
And
the
now
only
it
core
seems
Wyverns
like they
I've seen is
rotate
Ice, Ice,
to
Ice.
support this to the top lane, trying to help. Toss back into the Nico Baby. He's waiting to do the waveform, but his HP
Nice
is not that
poison
high.
touch.
If he goes in, it would be quite risky. Ohio, Avalanche comes out. They were waiting for Ohio to do a heal first until that Nico Baby goes in. Ohio might have to heal right now. The heals actually hit Nico Baby. Ohio,
Poison
one
touch.
hit. Can it? Yeah, throw the Morphling in. They have to, in Wasteland, 3 hero to kill. Is that worth it?
KYXY isn't, he doesn't need to stay in the bot lane, so he can get away with this. KYXY went to the mid lane, got a gank on Lina, now he walks up at the top lane, gets a successful gank on the Omni Knight. He has nowhere that he needs to be, so him rotating like this is fun. And now it looks like they're going to smoke up, him and Spartan heading to the mid lane.
Alacrity in the middle. Level 6.
This is a bit suspicious though, because your Dazzle is missing from the top lane, and Morphling, he needs support. So instead they're just going to come back top.
If I'm this bad, I'm just cutting waves right now. You don't really like laning against
And
the
gonna
Slark.
catch Yamate here. But Ohio moving in quite fast. Very nice saving his buddy. Yamate is just gonna run away with an Arctic Burn, flying away actually. Waveforms in.
Bonk.
And yes, a long range adaptive strike, I believe.
Yeah,
No,
tree grab.
It's just, yeah, it's just normal tree grab.
I just realized that they picked Bat Rider into a Nyx Assassin.
Yeah.
One of the most traditional counters to Bat in Dota.
That is true.
Spike her pace.
You just instantly spike his initiation, and he just kills himself.
Skylark, the Bat Rider being aimed here. AU, Nyx Assassin, and also Raven moving in. Skylark,
Oh.
not a good place to do a teleport. It's too predictable.
Damn. The worst part about that is he has to walk back now.
Yeah, he doesn't miss any experience though.
Yeah.
He cut the entire wave, so.
True.
Raven's got a pretty good laning stage now, though. They've put him solo against the Bat Rider because they shifted the Tiny into that top lane. So, is this good news for Raven? Like, would he be able to have some sort of impact mid-game?
It's a Spartan 2v2 fight once again. It becomes 3v2 because Nico Baby moves in. Ohio.
Oh, he turned into the Omni Knight.
Avalanche toss, no, only a toss, and Core Embrace is gonna keep Ohio alive for a while. Just for a little while.
So, Raven's okay with this situation if he wasn't planning on relying on the Omni Knight. If he had any eggs in the Omni Knight basket, then this laning phase is not going poorly. Because Tiny, he can go back bot if he wants to. He can help out the Bat Rider against the Slark. But they're like, you picked this subpar Omni Knight, we're just going to make it irrelevant. And we have more confidence that our Morphling is going to outcarry your Slark.
Omni Knight.
I don't know though. I mean, I still like the Slark against the Morphling. I think it's a really good Slark game to justify the Slark pick. I think the Omni pick is where it's questionable for sure. The hero feels so useless. The extra cooldown on his heal just feels like he never has it up in the laning phase, other than just once.
Ohio stays in the middle with his ex-teammate in Team Titan, KYXY, looking not so far away. Yamate get grounded up on top. That he's just gonna teleport away. Back to the bottom. Seems like some big trouble happening to the
Morphling's
Bat Rider.
rotating.
Turn the Firefly and spamming Sticky Arm. I'm trying to slow that Raven off, but at the same time he needs to be careful if Raven turns into the fight. He also can easily be brought down by the Slark.
Nico Baby canceled his TP. He was like, nah, I get free farm up here, you guys can deal with the Slark.
There's actually literally nobody against him top.
Yeah.
Easy life.
I think it's too far gone. Ohio occupies mid in the meanwhile. Lina, I don't know, Lina hasn't really done very much. I'm a little
Skylark
bit
decided to
surprised.
dive with a Firefly and leading up with a Sticky Napalm. Here comes the Dark Pack. He's trying to jump away with the pulse, but he was caught
Nice. And he's gonna
by
live.
the Flaming Lasso. And he got away with only
That
around
bracer, man.
Value bracer for sure.
Oh my god, yeah. He dies without that.
Now Lina's come top, looking for Nico Baby. And he's gonna get that? Nope. No LSA.
He's gonna get dived, maybe. AU. Creep reaching the tower. AU waiting for the timing to go in. Yamate is ready to do the Arctic Burn as well.
There's no immediate stun. Yet again, Lina's another hero with a long cast animation, so Morphling has all the time in the world to morph strength.
It's a pretty nice Morphling game, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, good fight.
Maybe this hero wouldn't be so great if Lion was a more common
Dude,
pick.
I mean, Rasta was getting picked every once in a while.
Jimmy, when he did the post-game interview, in the NA Kings Cup, he said he doesn't think that the Rasta just fits the meta. running down lanes and such. You know, you play with your team a lot of the time. The carry's the one that pressures lanes.
Yeah, that's true. And he's very cooldown dependent and mana dependent.
Yeah.
Avalanche
gets
Force
the
fighting
rune.
for the Barry Rune. It's KYXY. It seems to be tanky. You gotta waste a lot of spell in order to bring down that Tiny. Wavestorm to the low ground, aiming for that AU.
Oh, nice.
They can turn himself into an assassin and drop an impel that show you how to go for an impel. AU trying to do a suicide, get into a Roshan pit. Well, this Roshan pit looks like the what's it called? The forest, the suicide forest in
Oh
Japan.
yeah,
God.
Aokigahara.
Yeah, Aki or Bahara or something.
He's gonna get it off. Oh no, he wanted.
Hello?
The absolute madman.
Hello? I'm here. I just want to go back. Quick.
He took some time, he meditated, and he was like, I'm not ready to die yet.
Yeah, maybe.
I know this is such a small thing, but every single time I see Nico Baby get gone on with Morphling, it seems like the morph works like it used to, where he's stunned
Yeah.
and the morph is just on, and
Dude.
it's like, oh wait, he did that before, like preemptively.
One tick before, pretty
Right,
much.
right.
He's go to the top two. Here comes Avalanche Force, Ohio.
Oh, can't even get the heal off.
Nico Baby is going to dive. Where you gonna go? Yamate waveform just gonna hit. He gets into the tree line. He walk away with an Arctic burn. But all
Hello.
out. Cold Embrace waiting for support. AU is right here. Trying to drop some impale. Trying to do like multiple target impales. He actually did it. Yamate died anyway. But however, he released his Splinter Blast so he can, deal some damage before he go back. But now let's go for round 2.
Oh, Ohio comes
teleported
back.
down.
I guess they're all spent.
Well, I don't think Ohio have any impact in the game at the moment.
It's very accurate, Cyclops. I don't blame you for saying that. Ohio, I don't even know if he can itemize in such a way that he can... Obviously, the laning phase has not gone the way that he expected. So, does he become even more greedy? He's like, guys, I swear, just give me like another 7 minutes of free farm and then I'm going to be useful. Or
Honestly, maybe just get a Midas at this point.
he's going to go for a hood,
Okay.
but I agree with you. I think that he needs to get greedier.
I mean, he has a GPM talent, right? So, maybe,
I think it's the minor. It's just a
yeah,
small
it's
GPM.
90
talent.
GPM.
90. So that's pretty decent.
Middle of the road.
Nico Baby.
Yeah, but it's level 10, so...
This ward is spotted out by a dire sentry. Nico Baby.
Catching the SS spot on the bottom lane. It was his unlucky day that he ran into Raven in the forest. Back to the top. What happened? I think the blast comes out. First 10 kills go to Team Clash Gamers.
It's true. Where's my GG bet odds?
Have those popped up yet? I want to see some odds.
Yeah. Dude, it has to be super favor for Clutch Gamers.
Oh, yeah. It's going to get more and more favorable if they keep destroying everybody.
Yep.
Oh no, Bat Rider.
They're gonna see him now. But instead they will kill the Dazzle. Spartan tanking the gank.
To the top, that's the last Nico Baby in the middle of the creeps. Trying to farm happening. Ohio, the real Omni Knight now being chased. Look
Oh,
at
the
that
arrow.
arrow! Ooh, accurate.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Calculated.
That was not a normal arrow.
Super
Quite
It's
hard.
a heat-seeking arrow.
seeking.
Yeah.
Feed
I like
seeking.
that.
It kind of looks like it when it goes up cliffs like that, too. That it
Oh yeah,
curves.
dude.
That's kind of brutal, the feet-seeking arrow.
Cyclone on the mid lane.
Okay.
Oh, they missed the
Alacrity.
impale.
Running all mana, but he still can shooting some normal guns on the AU.
Well, the first significant ganking item has been completed with Lena's Yule Scepter, but Raven is still pretty far behind. He has the money for one part of his Shadow Blade, but he does not have the money to complete the entire thing. And this is still not great timing for a Slark right now.
He's not ready yet.
He's been so afraid of farming the lane, which is the problem. He's been spending so much time in the jungle.
Raven, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
And now
Damn,
Bad
this,
Rider.
the mid tower's almost dead, too. That's, like, pretty important for Lotac if they can get that.
Yeah, because the route will open up a lot. You
Yeah.
can just go smoke inside, cut through into the dire NC of Team Clutch Gamers.
Bad Right already has his blink
Whole
completed.
team smoke to the top lane, looking for a big team fight. It's Nico Baby here. Yeah, I'm sure Nico Baby is the one who calling out the support. Nico Baby! Oh no. Strength Shift not gonna make it in time. Comes in for the KYXY. Aaron's call. KYXY also got a hazer. First time using Guardian Angel. And Core Embrace keep that Nix is seen alive in the middle. Team fight die because of Firefly
Raven
too.
coming in.
Yamate shooting on him. Dazzle, Shadow Grave from himself. And it's the Bat Rider turn to go down, I think. Toss comes out. Raven piles away. So many guys joining a team fight. Try not join the team fight, and you have problem with your teammates on here.
Once again, another one of those situations where you look on the map and literally everybody is top.
Granted, it's set 15 minutes, so it's a more reasonable time than like everyone up top at 10 minutes.
It
but
is.
it started with Morphling getting gone on. Unfortunately, the timing was just a little bit off. KYXY was ready to rotate. And if KYXY had started off that gank, then I think Clutch Gamers would have been much better off.
Oh
But
yeah, that would have been nice.
Whoa, Raven.
has that Shadow Blade completed. His courier died after he got it retrieved, so...
Wow, this is interesting. After that team fight, looks much better for Team Lotac. The draft bouncing up both golden experience earned. Seems like they just have to keep this momentum going.
Yeah.
So I'm such a huge fan of this Slark pick. I think it's such an easy game for him. It's like almost no way that he dies right now.
Plus the
see.
repel and stuff.
Yeah.
I have a lot of ground targeted damage, so even if he goes into Shadow Dance, it's not like a guaranteed way out.
The Purge is so good this game though, and so like the stat steal too.
Oh, Blink Lasso.
Jump in, yeah, drag back with the
Into
play
the
lasso,
arrow.
into the arrow, and a star falls, all the stuff. He still can use the EU scepter to buy maybe 2 or 3. Oh no, he actually maybe survived. No,
What a
getting
curse.
thrown
Oh
on.
my goodness.
He sure
He's
goes
gonna live.
down. Shallow Grave comes out in order to save the Bat Rider. Can he Firefly away from the situation? No, I don't think so, because Raven comes in. Only few hits, easiest kills his life, and now he goes on Nico Baby. Turn himself into the Omni Knight and just have a little bit of heal. He'll still be fine. AU, well, instead getting surrounded by Team Clutch Gamer Heroes and was brought down. Raven trying to go in, and then that's the end of the fight. We'll see the fight recap after this to see who actually won that one.
Well, Lina dies, and I think that's the most expensive thing for Lotac. No real expensive core died on the side of Clutch Gamers. Bat Rider goes down in exchange for the lasso, but I think that Morphling got more out of that than Slark did. And Nico Baby again going for a Lincoln Sphere first. He really just, he knows that the only thing he needs to be concerned about is the Yule's combination. Otherwise there's nothing that can guaranteed kill him before he can get his attribute shift off.
I feel like if the Slark had a little bit more mana in that fight, it would have looked a lot different. He couldn't use the Pounce plus the Shadow Blade.
Yeah.
The sentry placement was also really nice from Clutch Gamers. The Slark couldn't run in and finish people off, because as soon as the fight started, of course they placed sentries. So.
Lasso comes out, the fight happening on the bottom lane is Yamate. What is he doing here? Maybe trying to play some sentry?
I think he was just trying to push out the wave. This is the most dangerous part of the map to farm, and he wants to show because Slark is trying to invade.
Well, between Slark and Morphling, fighting toe-to-toe at the moment, who's gonna win? Well, wait, we'll look at that one first. Is Spartan die because of Laguna Blade?
Right now it's Slark's time to shine. Morphling has opted for the defensive build of the Lincolns, so with a Shadow Blade, Slark can dictate the pace a little bit more. But all these sentry wards, it's gonna make it difficult. Yule's on the bot.
Yule Scepter, very nice setup, and Light Striker Raid is connected to the Bat Rider, killing the tree as well. Skylark gone. So many kills in this game. 31 kills in 18 minutes, but still only few big battles kind of came up. You think we're gonna see more soon? Yep.
It's gonna stay pick off for a while because, like I said, Slark with the Shadow Blade, he doesn't want to get into big 5-on-5 team fights. If they do get into a 5-on-5 team fight, they obviously have Guardian Angel and Winter's Curse, but they just want to snipe people.
550 movement speed for Slark. Trying to find someone in a dire
No,
and
Dazzle. He doesn't have a TP.
Oh
The
my
sentry
god.
is
This
the
man is
tree
gonna give like
line.
10 Essence Shift stacks. Oh, but they're not gonna go on it.
just Shadow Grave early. Impale first, so got no chance for Shallow Grave indeed.
Blink, dude, they're really going all in on this mid game. Blink Dagger on the Lina as well.
I saw a situation like maybe 1 or 2 fights ago where the Lina could have just Yules and then blinked out. I feel like I would pick a blink in this game too, just because of that. It's like, this is never going to happen again.
Seems a bit tunnel vision-y.
Oh, it's definitely tunnel vision-y. That's the definition of Dota players, though.
I think 5 minutes ahead into the future, and that's it. 10, 15 minutes, that's my carry player's problem.
I'm living in the past, man.
Yeah.
It's a completely different game compared to last game. This time Raven not playing on such a farm-intensive hero, able to finally contribute into the fights. Even though Ohio, we could say he effectively failed his lane. The fact that Raven was able to come back and sort of back him up. He's buying time for his team.
Yeah.
But this is kind of scary though, when you play this style of Dota, your opponent's going to realize, okay, your offlaner is, let's say, a weaker offlaner compared to that standard offlaner. Our job is to shut down your carry, make sure he can't participate in the fights, and then you've effectively crippled the team.
Yeah, it's just such a good Slark pick, though. Like, it's really hard to do that to him, even if they would have to send so many heroes at him because he's just an amazing pick versus, like, the Mirana, because she can't leap, Tiny because he has high HP, Bat because he can purge everything Bat does, Morphling because he can steal everything. Like
now he comes in from behind, Slug aiming for
there's the
Alacrity,
counter.
the main damage first. Alacrity dropping quite low, here comes that, but he's still alive a little bit for that Tiny. Avalanche Toss comes out, so many spells happen in a small area, Winter Curse comes in, and that's the kill. Slug gone, Skylark gone, 3 now Team Clutch Gamers. And now, Nico Baby, nice dodge, waveforms away. Still being cased though, Avalanche Toss comes in, it's 4v2, they still want to fight, KYXY, nice dodge on the Impale, Nico Baby comes in, fight toe to toe, turn on the Shrine, but Slack gone.
They don't have any of their damage dealers alive, they actually can't even fight.
Yeah, but it's going to take too much time for Morphling and Tiny to kill him, so they're just like, whatever, you can live.
Both teams are just like, oh, okay, we'll just not fight.
Yet again, Nico Baby comes out smiling because he is the core that survives an entire team fight where Slark and Lina both go down.
He got the kill too.
Yeah, exactly. So
you're right about the ground targeted. Like Slark is just.
Dude, he's walking into Firefly. There's shadow waves from Dazzle. The waveforms.
He probably got a bit overconfident as well, because in the previous fights he didn't come in immediately. He would come in halfway during the fights where everyone's busy trying to deal with something. So maybe. Or even getting a bit overconfident, thinking he was a bit more farmed than he really was.
Yeah, maybe.
Either that or he was relying on the Omni Knight to continue tanking, because dude has built pure tank on the Omni.
Yeah, I definitely think that was the case. Like, I feel like he thought the Omni was going to do more in terms of protecting him in that fight.
The problem is the Omni came and repelled, and he was like, and everyone was just like, well, forget him, you know, like, who cares? We can't do any damage to him. Hey, there's a Slark over here, let's get him. And repel is such a long cooldown these days that you can't like come in pre-repelled and hope to repel someone else.
Yeah, you have to repel your carry to start
the places they fought just now was perfect for Lotac too, but yeah, somehow they lost.
Yeah, in between their Shrine and their Tier 1, you'd think that would be a pretty good spot, but the Clutch Gamers were playing very smart with their invasion. So, if you can see on the near their bottom Shrine. Spartan identified a Sentry Ward. He identified 2 Sentry Wards, and he didn't kill either of them because he didn't want to show that his entire team was invading this Tier 1. Blink in.
That's a hit. Blink in Ohio in front liner as he's on his repel. Can he tank the damage of that Nico Baby? They're aiming for that Omni Knight first, and Nico Baby somehow aim a different target than that Skylark. So it seems like Ohio still got looking very healthy. Now he's getting attacked. Now Winter Curse comes out. I feel like it's kind of messed up for Clutch Gamer on this one. But however, with the stronger power, they get rid of that Yamate in the end.
It's dirty, but Raven wasn't in the fight yet. Now Raven's in the fight, but it's too late.
This is so awkward. You wouldn't think that there's a 2k gold lead on Lotac.
Well, most of it is on their Slark.
Laguna Blade finally comes out and get rid of the supports. Maybe it's time to fight back for that Lotac. However, they lost the mid-tier 1 tower. Another setup comes up. Alacrity leaped away. That was a wrong 4-star though. They intend to save, but almost kill his teammates. Actually killed because Alacrity got caught by Raven. Now here we go. Guardian Sanctum finally came out there to kill the Bat Rider. Raven got him a double kill actually.
Whoa, that is a ballsy
Nico
TK.
Baby. Ooh.
stun just on cooldown.
Yeah, and he has a Lincoln Sphere, so you just can't do anything.
Yeah. It's so sad when somebody TPs out in front of your face like that.
Then you're like, I'm building another Lincoln Spopper. I swear, I'm gonna get a Halberd on this hero.
Get a diffusal blade.
Yeah.
Diffusal Lena actually sounds kind of legit.
Yeah, it's true. I'm
You hit-
surprised
you
I don't
hit
see
so-
it.
you
If
hit
she was an
so-
Agi hero, I'm sure it would
Oh,
be for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raven, unfortunately, he was in the dire jungle at the time whenever that fight kicked off, and I guess he must not have had a TP in his inventory. He still doesn't have a TP in
And it-
inventory.
and
He
it
actually
just-
has a gem in his inventory, or he has in backpack.
In the start of the fight, do you think that Clutch Gamers kind of confused with the target, or they just mean it?
The right idea was to go on the Omni. They weren't expecting Lina to be so quick with the counter initiation. So Batrider jumped in, lassoed the Omni, and then Mirana was like, all right, sweet, I'm going to get an arrow follow-up. But then the Yules stopped that Batrider from dragging the Omni any further back, and Clutch Gamers were like, well, we kind of got to commit even deeper on this fight. So that's why it wasn't as clean as they were hoping.
Omni has built very tanky. I think in this game you actually don't want to focus the Omni.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you get a lasso into an arrow setup, then it's easy. But then if you have to commit like a whole bunch of spells, then yeah, I agree. Just cut your losses and be like, let's just ignore Omni.
Yeah, I think they just pull somebody as far away from the Omni as they can.
Yeah.
Abuse that factor.
Once
'Cause,
again, that obstacle wards nearby the tier 1 tower at the bottom lane actually tempt Team Lotac to go into another fight. Now they moved in as 5. They're trying to invite Team Clutch Gamer to come in and fight because they have better vision. But right now, Clutch Gamer also got the obstacle wards. Placing the sentry, they have to kill the obstacle ward first before team fight happens. Here comes
Oh,
shooting
no.
low
Oh, he
range.
walked
and
into it.
Yes,
He saw it.
he saw it. Well, happened to me sometimes though. Yamate gone away from Zen. Now
Oh, he
no winter
lassoed the
curse and all the
Lincolns.
stuff. It seemed to be a very good opportunity for Team Clutch Gamer to wipe them all off. Yamate gone. Lotac Raven, half HP. Turn on the Black King bar. Just no, not a on the Black King bar. Running away. Now they successful to spray the hard carry out of another support, so they get one more kills for Team Clutch Gamers.
Now I can see why you thought it was a Black King bar, because how does this Morphling continue walk in?
Yeah.
It's completely spell immune. It's because he is 100% going for Ohio with that morph every single time. He is not entering a fight unless if he can get a morph on me and walk in with repel. And he feels like he has a BKB and a Lincoln Sphere and an Eagle Song and a Dragon Lance.
Yeah.
But really, it's just these items plus the E-Blade. He can build so offensively because he can rely on that Omni Knight morph.
That Omni is like the sole, well, maybe not the sole reason, but it's a huge reason that they last picked this Morphling,
Yeah.
despite picking it into a Slark and into a
Stop trying to
Lina.
justify it, Jenkins. It was a good Morphling game, alright?
I don't know. I mean, when they pick the Omni, yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay.
You're just a better Omni.
Moonlight Shadow comes out and they are ready to attack the mid tier 2. Maybe KYXY trying to find some angle to go in. Walk past the sentry. There's no detection though. KYXY
Spartan.
falls supports are behind the tower and they get rid of
Oh
the
my God.
Yamate first. This is gonna be like 2 fights in a row that they're fighting without that winter curse.
And Spartan survives. He should have been so dead. Slark was so like, oh, I see a Dazzle. This is going to be a free kill. Meanwhile, his Wyvern gets sniped down, and they don't even get the Dazzle. Tier 2 into Roche, perhaps?
Oh no. Yeah, I think so. Tier 2 and a Roche.
Wyvern is like the only team fight that Lotac really have, so killing him first makes it almost impossible. for them to
Ayya! Got caught, and now he's still alive in the Shallow Grave. KYXY walking away. Here comes the Guardian's Angel, walking frontliner, charging in. Everybody charge. Go for the Nico Baby. Light Strike Ray connected. They're gonna get a lot of stat from that attack. Nico Baby turn on the
Pounce.
Ghost. And
Oh, he gets stunned.
Oh no.
God, I spoke
7.
too soon.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it either, but I guess Raven with his BKB was too intimidating.
How much Agi would he have stolen now for Raven?
He's
Oh.
sitting on 18 stacks right now, so
18
54
stacks.
Agi, so...
Perfect time to rush.
Tier 2 into Roche, what can I say? You defend your Tier 2 tower into Roche. Precisely how I predicted it.
Lotac trying so hard to stay alive. They don't want to lose this series 0-2.
Clutch may have officially met their match now.
Seems like it. That's such a hard call to make, where you lose your only team fight hero,
Yeah.
your Wyvern, for 60 seconds, and you decide to fight anyway. Like, you have to be very confident in your ability and whatever. I'm assuming that was Raven that made that call.
That is
because he
yeah.
went he went absolutely ham in that fight.
It worked out well because also they hadn't used the lasso to get the Wyvern kill, and so Clutch Gamers were like, there's no way they can win this fight, but Batrider initiated into a carapace, and he immediately got killed before he could lasso anyone. Yeah.
Classic counter.
That's the counter.
That is the counter.
That's what you expect. Does he? Is he going for BKB on the Batrider?
He should, but right now he's got Blink Dagger 4 stuff, and he has a gem
yeah.
in his quick buy.
Okay.
James.
He really needs a BKB at some point.
Yeah.
That's the way that you deal with this next counter.
The damage for the Slug ready to go for another fight. Raven. BKB is ready. 8 seconds. And
Oh, are they walking into a sentry?
oh no. Seems that Raven getting aim, but he's gonna be fine with the repel. Still setting up. If you take a look at the visions between both teams, both don't have visions before the team fight starts.
Tyra's grouping up like they want to smoke, but I mean they know where the entire team is, and they can't. I mean they could wrap, but I don't think it's worth it into an Aegis.
Oh, hit first. Is that gonna be a trigger?
Double siege wave.
Jumped in, Avalanche already, but jumped away with a pounce. He's gonna be fine. Repel, haven't used yet.
You know, another reason Slark is so strong against the bat is that he has night vision. So
Yeah.
you just see the bat from so far away.
Oh, yeah.
And if it's during the day, like bat doesn't have good day vision, so you have the advantage there as well.
to the high ground, catching Nico Baby, strike on 2. That was a great impale, and followed with another spells. Shallow Grave is going to keep him alive. He still can waveform away, do you think? No way. The Nico Baby down because of the Dark Pack. The next one going to be a Skylark. Strike to the tier 2, I think. Somebody still stuck behind. Is KYXY kind of lost? Running out mana and HP. And also Impel connected. Another lost fight for Team Clutch Gamers.
That was such a beautiful team fight.
Dude, initially, him not being able to get that impale was working out poorly, but then he was like, oh, sweet, 2 heroes are now in range
Yeah.
for my impale. And there was so much chain disable for that Morphling. It was...
Yeah.
They didn't... Did they use Curse? They
Yeah,
used
yes,
Curse.
they did.
The Grave came out. It's like, oh my god, he saved him with the
Yeah.
Grave. But then the Curse just makes it so he just dies after the
Yeah.
Grave ends anyway. Because it's got that 5.5 second duration at
Yep.
max level now.
Yeah,
It's
actually-
actually insane.
You know, to a certain degree, you kind of don't want to grave someone if they're stuck in one location, because Raven just saps all over their edgy.
Yeah, that's the counter. That's what, like this the Slark loves if you get Grave. The Slark
So-
loves if you stat more.
So who said that Slark was a rubbish hero?
No, I said Slark. I've been saying the whole game Slark is good in this game.
Tier 3 and
It's a
a
terrible
try.
hero though.
That's what-
But in this game, it's very, very good.
He's good. He's definitely good in this game.
The only
definitely.
hero that you could argue that maybe he's not great against is Tiny, because he's got ground targeted stuff and because you can burst the Slark. But at a certain point, the Slark has too much HP,
which is now.
which is down, for sure. The BKB as well helps out. Once he has the Scotty, he's going to feel absolutely immortal.
The BKB is helping out right now, but he's burning through charges. It's down to 7 seconds, and not a single BKB has been built yet on the side of Clutch Gamers. Oh, actually, no. Alacrity now has a 10-second BKB. Morphling is looking to build a BKB, but he's a while away from it. And Batrider still doesn't have anything in his quick buy. He bought the gem in the end, but I agree, he really needs a BKB himself.
He's so poor in this game. He's like I mean, his Tiny is almost more net worth than he has.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
I feel like that's just bad these days, though. You just don't have the time, the mana, the resources to just go and Firefly waves and split push and stuff, because the cooldown on it is just so goddamn long.
Yeah.
Like, your hero is just way too important to be there for fights that you just fall off. You're like a clockwork.
This is not an angle
Wow,
that
look at
Dire are
that fast
expecting.
penetrate by Team Lotac. They strike like an arrow here, and they're just going to catch position 4KY X1 on Tiny. Xyclopzz is going to keep Tiny alive
Raven to
for
the
a
high
while.
ground.
And dumping on the high ground inside the base on the Black King bar, and finish off the Batrider right in front of his friends. Guardian Sanctum comes out, Wind Curse,
Oh, the
stop two
stacks!
targets.
So many stacks!
So many stacks, of course, a lot of damage. Look at the damage coming out. And it's time to go back. Oh, Aegis
Leave,
reclaimed.
though.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, that timing of Aegis reclaim is just like the Roshan god.
That weave damage was about to start kicking in. Nico Baby was doing a hell of a lot in his right clicks, but
surprisingly, even with all the stats stolen.
yeah, dude had he has 32, 35.
105 agility.
Yep.
Good God. It's like 3 items worth.
Eventually, he's going to be able to contest Nico with that G.
Light Striker Rays connect to the support once again. SS Spartan gone. This might be the first game that Team Clash Gamer drop in this tournament.
What a Slark game this was.
What a Raven game.
Yeah.
Gotta say, props to Raven. Really making those plays happen.
I think that whoever made that call in the mid lane to take that fight, despite losing the Wyvern, whoever made that call, like, they won this game. They're the MVP.
I'm pretty sure that may have been Yamato's call. I'm pretty sure he's the captain.
So he had plenty of time to think about while he was dead.
Yeah, he's dead. I feel like if you're dead, that's the last thing you call is to get your team.
He becomes
Guys, I'm not important.
He becomes an observer at that point, but it gives him a lot of time to think,
Light
right?
Striker Rays just gonna hit that Tiny once again. Here comes, if they lose these team fights again for Clash Gamer, I'm pretty sure they're gonna lose another set of racks or possibly a game here. Skylark, the first core heroes goes down. Guardian Sanctil is out already. KYXY would be the next one. And also Mirana stuck in the Winter Curse. Leap on the high ground, being followed. Luckily the guy got no basher.
58 stacks. That's like the max that you can have.
Massive.
Even though you have BKB, Yamato says hi.
Yeah, Winter's Curse stopping it through.
Are there any buybacks available in Clutch?
Nope.
And now he gets another stacks on the Nico Baby. Just like we thought during the drop, that he's gonna earn a lot of stacks out of that Morphling. And Morphling, possibly
5 for 6 for 7 for 8 for 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
he's getting the stacks so quickly that they're like wearing off as he's getting more.
Waveforms out. Well, looks like they have to buy out in order to stay alive in this game. Pop the dust, but not gonna hit anyone.
It's just 1 racks down, so it's not complete doom and gloom on the side of Clutch Gamers. You really are praying that these BKBs are going to turn the game around, though. Alacrity already bought his, and as we saw, pointed out by Danelie, the Winter's Curse is going to shut down one of them, but Nico Baby's still working on his on the Morphling, which is going to be set back because he just bought back. And Batrider is still miles away from his. I have not seen a lasso in like the last 15 minutes.
I mean, every time he goes for a lasso, he just gets shut down and killed off. Every single time we just see him, he's always the first one to die.
This is like one of the hardest bat games I've seen in a long time. You have the Wyvern to counter-initiate. You have the Nyx Assassin to just Carapace, which has happened about a dozen times so far.
Lena Yules as well.
Lena Yules.
Lena Yules and Nyx
Omni could just save whoever gets gone on. Maybe that's not that great, but it's still something. And then you've Slark with the Purge.
Oh, pushing out very fast. Cover up with Mirana, Moonlight Shadow as well. Trying to find someone, trying to find that luck, and they catch that Omnigniter. But it seems like all the defensive items just paid off. They took a while to kill the Omnigniter. Just long enough until all of his teammates comes in with a godlike Raven. And next one will be the
oh, he's on the cliff! Oh, he can
wait for him.
He can wait for him off. He's
fine. Now all he can do is just waveforms out.
Oh, the Carapace!
It feels like a Raven got kited so hard at this fight. And the GG has been called. Lotac managed to tie up the series 1-1.
It takes a confident Slark picker to know that despite the hero not being very good at the time, you know what you can get away with. And that was without even an Omni Knight being as useful in the early game as we were thinking. They gave Ohio time to tank up, and Raven was like, don't worry, I got my Shadow Blade. Me and this Lena are going to be able to get whatever sort of space you need so that you can just... And that final fight, Ohio had a Sentry Ward and Observer Ward. He walked high ground because he knew, he was like, as long as you have to spend all your cooldowns on me, then that means that my Slark's going to be protected.
I feel like Ohio could have been almost any offlaner that game, and the Slark still would have had a really good game. Like, his function in that game was more so like being really tanky, baiting a lot of spells.
And if it was just helping out Morphling, if anything, because he just kept transforming into him and getting repel.
It kind of was, yeah. The lane wasn't great. I feel like most lanes with Omni Knight just they don't go great these days because the hero... The spells just have such a long cooldown. They're nowhere near as strong as they used to be.
The only lane that he can be good about is the melee lane.
Yeah, like a Phantom Lance or something. Somebody who's going to constantly get hit by that heal. But the morph is so effective at dealing with any sort of harass lane. But the Slark, good God, what a Slark game! You
Exactly.
mentioned it in the draft, and like, it looked so good there. It was absolutely amazing. So, Raven just knowing that, like, okay, guys, this hero sucks, but it's absolutely perfect.
Trust me on this
I
one.
don't think Raven thinks the hero sucks. He probably thought
No,
this.
any
this is
professional
the
player
game.
has to think that this hero sucks. Otherwise, it would be picked more.
I
It's
think I feel like he probably does.
him. I mean, the 4 heroes that weren't picked. What it was?
There was
Darkseer, Slardar, Slark, and Dazzle were the 4 heroes that were not picked at TI8.
Right.
Yeah, I remember.
But hey, you
like,
know, if it's a good Darkseer game,
Anything's possible.
yeah.
7-8 months ago, I still people crazy about picking Slark almost every game, and then it just disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh, he's been
Sometimes.
nerfed so much.
Yeah.
The Pounce used to do like what 200 and
Pounce used to do more, and Hex no longer dispellable.
Right.
Yeah.
That was a huge one. That was
Yeah.
you pick up a sheep or grab a lion and you just
Shaman.
you shaman, you hard counter.
Shaman was the reason why he probably fell off was Shaman became so popular as well.
He
Basically
did.
saying no, can't pick Slark.
Wow.
So.
Oh, those were the days when shaman
Ah,
was.
yay, Shaman days.
The fact that
Goddamn.
it's a tie series, so we have to. Well, I think we should interview someone from Team Lotac. Who do you think we should go for?
Raven.
Raven.
Of course.
You want to talk to Raven?
All right. Well, can we get Raven online? All right. Cool. Yeah.
They're in the works.
In the works.
in the works.
Yeah.
I never talked to Raven before.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Really cool guy.
Here's your opportunity.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say
Hey,
to
you
him?
you go talk to him with a soothing voice.
Yeah, but you're the one who hasn't had
You-
the opportunity.
you-
I haven't talked to
What?
him either.
Soothing voice. What do you have the soothing
They don't
voice.
want to. They don't want to
What?
talk to someone soothing afterwards. Like you saw Spartan. Like I don't want to bring them down after they've had such an exciting series. This man has picked Slark into the what? It was a 4-1 now. Clutch Gamers is 4-1. No,
it'll be
5-1.
5-1 now. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So being able to make them bleed is definitely an achievement.
With my voice.
They are
Yeah,
mortal.
with your voice.
Oh god.
Make them bleed. My goodness. Oh, Lord.
I have not seen a better Slark game than that one though. That was like the quite possibly the best Slark game I've ever seen.
Is that maybe because you
No,
haven't seen a Slark game in a really long time?
No, I mean like
It's not
draft
about
that would be
performance.
Slarkable.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Slarkable game.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely Slarkable.
It's easy to forget about these heroes though. Like it's like a cheese hero in this sense, you know.
Yeah, it used to be the like Huskar type kind of thing that you're like, oh god, they could pick Huskar at any moment. But now Slark is so out of meta that's like,
That
wait a
Slark is like a cheese
second.
hero. And then there was the days where it was first phased. The Slark as a carry.
those were dark days.
It was that good. Those were very dark days.
I hated
I'm
it.
actually perfectly fine if Slark is not.
Yeah,
a
yeah.
good
Yeah.
hero.
And when the Slark is OP, there's nothing you could do about.
I know.
Literally nothing.
That's why. That's
All you
also
do is
why
just run, and you can't run
Just
because
run.
Slark can just attack and slow you
all
down.
these heroes that are like inherently very like whenever Lifestealer is very top tier, it's super irritating because it's
Yeah.
like, what do I build? I just build all the stuff that I have to build against a BKB, but Slark is the
It's-
same way. It's
it's-
like you can't build ground targeted disable.
It's interesting that when these heroes are really popular, like you say, like Lifesteal is really popular, it gets really annoying, so people want to deal with it somehow, so they start picking Terrorblades, Ursas,
Beastmasters.
Beastmasters, so all of a sudden you have this meta that's dictated entirely by one
Yeah.
extremely annoying pick.
That's true.
And it's like if there's a Slark, you'll probably see some like Slardar because it reveals, maybe Bounty Hunter,
Yeah.
Zeus, lots of Zeus. I
Yeah.
mean, he's good now, but it's so funny how like the entire game meta can essentially be dictated by like very frustrating picks.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well.
Spiral.
We might
Oh.
not get Mr. Slark, but we have Mr. Ohio, my good friend here. Hey man, how you doing?
Hey man, I'm doing good.
Hey.
Is this Xyclopzz?
Yeah, it's me.
It's the
Yeah, how are
ex-god
you?
himself.
Hey man, good. I miss ya, man. Last time I met him was in the club. It was awesome.
Is it after the TS? Is it last year? Or what?
Yeah, last year. All right, I believe that 3 more talents got some questions about you and your team.
All right, I've got some questions regarding. So you got the last pick in both of these drafts. You had the Leshrac in game 1, and you had this Omni Knight in game 2. Did you request these heroes, or was your captain like, I think this is something that you're comfortable on, I want you to play this?
It's kind of calling for the heroes because I like to play both hero. And the second game, I just forgot I doesn't expect they pick the morphing again, so I get fuck up for the hero pick.
Okay, so giving repel away every single time was not part of the plan.
Okay, I don't like to play Omni against the morphing. It's so hard to play with.
It's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
hard.
Landing phase, overall to the game. He's so strong for the game.
Wait, so who mostly does the drafting for the team? Is it mostly one person, or is it a team effort when you guys are drafting?
It's much more like I think the first 2 pick for sure is coming out from Yamate for his own, and then after the starting for second phase, we always draft together because we need to set up a playstyle or the heroes.
Whose idea was the Slark pick?
Slug pick is I guess me and Raven because I saw their hero is not good against a slug.
Yeah.
The slug, and then the Ravens say, "Oh, it's so good," and then we just pick it.
So you're very comfortable picking these non-meta heroes, then it seems. Your team is not necessarily stuck to like, oh, this hero is top tier. These heroes are irrelevant. Let's never even think about them.
At Dota 2, you have to have more funds, and then don't trying to like fix your hero pool. When opponent picks some hero that you feel good to fight against with, why not we just pick it and just play?
Wisdom.
Yeah, that's I
So
like
this
that.
one I
I
talk
like
about
that.
Dota 2.
So
Yeah.
well, how's the team training going? Like
Training for me right now is it's really better than we just formed. I mean, last month. Right now it's getting better. We improved a lot for our team play style. Everything is gotta be better since we have a bootcamp right now. Because the last month we don't even have a on bootcamp, and then we just playing it on the LAN shop. So a lot of things cannot fix easily.
oh, nice one. It's very good to hear, man. Well, that's it. It's a great series for all of us. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And I wish
See you in the
you.
next club.
Yes, please. I will. See you next month.
Just
I will
kidding.
be there. All right. Take me
Oh,
around.
really? Okay, sure.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for your time and good luck for your matches ahead.
for the interview.
All right.
Thank
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Wow, what a interesting team, and it feels like they are getting better and better after they lost in the KL qualifiers last month.
Yeah, especially if they hadn't started boot camping before that.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
ruthless for a new team to have to go straight into a qualifier without being able to have time to learn each other. But that's what King's Cup is here for. King's Cup SEA, giving these teams a rare opportunity to play a
That
bunch
is
of games.
why are we here for the first season that we at the Southeast Asia region. I hope you guys have fun, but do not go anywhere because we have 2 more series coming up real quick, which is
Great question.
Danelie?
We'll
So
find out.
I know the next set we did have a couple of changes. We'll get that checked out for all of you, so don't worry. We'll let you know.
alright. Well, we'll be right back.